Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Kelly, also known as Earth Song. This will be a reading for mid-April to the beginning of May for Pisces. I've already begun channeling and getting an overall feel of where you're at right now. And I feel like you've been through some type of deception or betrayal recently, either with a very good friend or possibly a lover or significant other. Um, but you're doing good. You're dealing with it. You're healing from it. You're gaining perspective. And all of that's really wonderful. Um, Spirit wants me to tell you to pay attention to your dreams, that something's been trying to be communicated to you through your dreams. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking right now, I don't even remember what I've dreamt the night before. So maybe leave like a notepad and pen next to your bed. And as soon as you lay down to go to sleep at night, say to yourself, I want to remember my dreams before you go to sleep. And then when you wake up the next morning, lie there for a moment and contemplate, what was it that you dreamt about? And if you can remember any detail at all, write it on that piece of paper. It doesn't have to make sense to you right away, just anything that you can think of or remember or recall. Write it on that paper and leave it there. And the next night, do the same thing. Say to yourself, I wish to remember my dreams. And when you wake up the next morning, lie there for a moment and contemplate, did I dream? What was it? What did I see? And write it down. And before you know it, a story will begin to unfold for you, a message. Okay? So, moving on, I've also picked up that there's been some words said between you and this other person, some uh, possibly nasty words. And Spirit wants me to remind you that, number one, whatever they said to you doesn't actually reflect on you personally, that this is inner conflict within them. Excuse me. And that this is something that they need to deal with, and that you should not take it to heart, but also to mind your own words and to remember that when you speak, when you write, you are casting spells. Okay? Remember that. Words are vibration. You are manifesting when you use words. So, Spirit wants me to remind you to be mindful of your words and to not say things that you can't take back. Um, that if you can't get along with this person, or you can't allow them to still be in your life after what they've done, whatever that may be, that's fine and good, but just move past it. You've already been working on yourself, completing yourself again, making yourself feel whole. And so you should just continue on that path and let it go. That is what Spirit is saying for you to do, is just to let it go. And then we also have some oracle messages from the uh, oracle cards and the starseed cards that I pulled for you. And ironically, they also remind us of minding our words and how that is casting a spell, and that it's not personal when someone says something to you. Just like also, and ironically, this is going to be one of my videos that I do soon for the lessons of ascension, is that when someone is angry at you and they say things and they're like, you did this and this is you and blah blah whatever, blaming it on you, really what is going on internally in a person is that they're angry that they see something that they didn't like about their self. So they get mad, they get defensive, and they want to blame it somewhere else instead of owning responsibility for it. Um, we all have to be conscious of that. We all have to be aware of that. People are going to do it to us. We're guilty of doing it to other people. You need to become aware that when anger is stirred up, whether it's in you or someone else, that it needs to be looked at closer because it's not necessarily like your fault, right? Now, granted, there are things that people do that disappoint us, no doubt about it. But there are also times when we're mad at someone because we realize our own mistake. And so we take it out on the other person rather than own our own shit, pretty much. So just keep that in mind. Um, Also, there's a lot of love messages that have come up in your channeling and pulling some of the cards for you. Um, so possibly all of what I've been speaking of does have something to do with someone that you love, whether it's, family or a significant other or what have you, a really good friend. But it says to remember that when you focus on your inner light, to see the world through the lens of love rather than through anger. And then this one says to remember that you create mindful moments throughout the day. Remind yourself that you are love and that miracles are natural. Miracles can come true. And then this one is, my future is an ideal projection of what I envision it to be. So again, minding our thoughts and focusing on positive and love. And here's that card. And that you can actually manifest your own future, your own life, by seeing the positive things, the happy things that you want to have in your life rather than focusing on the negative. Because the more you focus on the negative, the more the universe is going to think that's what you want. Because where attention goes, energy flows, right? What's so above is so below. Okay, so breathe the sun, be present in the moment, relax and let go of the past, and activate your pineal gland. And to observe through loving eyes and see the truth. To just step back and see the truth for what it is through loving eyes, understanding eyes, mature eyes, where, okay, this person may have done something that's unacceptable to you, crossed some red line in the sand or whatever, but to understand that that's just who they are, that's where their growth is, and that you don't have to put up with the actions. It's fine to move forward, but to move forward with a place of love and understanding, not a place of hate and anger or resentment, to just let it go. And from the cards that I pulled, you clearly are working on that, but there's still that one sword in you that you need to pull out. You need to work on that one. But this is the symbol of someone who's healing and doing their own inner work. So you're on the right track. Just keep going with that. Don't backslide. Don't let this one knife get you. Okay? This one sword. And I think you're actually doing really well at it. Spirit just wanted me to remind you, maybe for extra encouragement, perhaps, because we also got the High Priestess and Balance. And so clearly you're doing a really great job at clearing this out. You just got that one last sword left, and you are transforming. And again, you got the High Priestess card, which means that you are in control of your emotions and creating your life and your future. But perhaps you're not exactly clear on what it is that you're wanting yet. You just know that you want away from what you were in, and you want peace and rest. And then you got the Ace of Swords twice again with these. I mean, clearly you're doing something correctly, um, but that you're focused more on your finances right now. And there is someone who's come into your life that you do have real chemistry with, that you're just perhaps not giving the opportunity to because you still have this one sword in your chest. And so you're just focusing on your finances and your work and trying to keep a level head with that. But you're also being told that actually twice, it's ironic how several of these cards you've got two things that were exactly the same. When I pulled the T cards twice, Spirit says, I'm giving you a gift. So let's go back to that one card, to be present in the moment and to look at things through the lens of love. Spirit is giving you a gift and saying you don't have to go through whatever you've been through anymore, that you can have love. It's okay to love. And that, you have to choose it, right? And then I have my own little cards that I make, and I named them 111 cards because when I made them, I actually ironically made exactly 111 of them. And you got the one that says to never give up. And I think the main theme of this message really was about love, even though someone has hurt you or betrayed you, to just not give up on love. And that, yes, that is a choice that we all choose to see things or not see things. And Spirit is asking you to not give up on love. Okay? So now I'm going to pull a few more cards for you and see where you're at currently, and what this next 2 weeks actually holds for you. Because I personally think it's boring when we do tarot readings and we just constantly rehash the past. I personally like to see what's going to happen in the future. So that's where we're going to move to right now. We're going to go straight to the next 2 weeks worth of future. We have the Sun card, and the Six of Wands, goodness, okay, and the Seven of Cups, and a Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Sun, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Okay. So, with the Sun card, you know that again, that's something really beautiful being given to you. And, same with the Six of Wands, that's a new start, new information, new choices, And then you have the Seven of Cups, which is you dreaming of different choices or looking at different choices. And maybe you're not seeing all of them, Pisces, since Spirit is saying, remember to look at love, notice love. So that's beautiful that that comes there. And then, with the Knight of Swords, that's somebody rushing at you, offering you some type of relationship, information, big news, big information. And the Queen of Cups is right next to it, so clearly they're offering you their heart and their hand, offering you love. And we have the Star card, which is beautiful energy for a new relationship. And then, yes, it may be a little bit of work, but that it's going to be worth it to get to the other side there where it's beautifully green, you see, because you're still stuck in your boat here, not knowing for sure if you want to get over there to where the grass is greener. So, in the next 2 weeks, you have a decision to look at, an offer that will be made to you. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So yeah, someone is definitely rushing in to offer you love. And the choice will be up to you whether you accept it or not. Yeah, and this new relationship promises stability and security and permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility, just like the palm tree, which is a beautiful message. So maybe you should seriously consider this new love offer. I know. I understand, Pisces. Sometimes you just want to be in your feelings and wish you had a shell like Cancer does, and you could hide away in and just be alone and just do your work and mind your own business and have nothing to do with anyone, and you'll be just fine and hunky-dory, right? But we all need love and we all need companionship, and the universe is giving you a gift. And my mama used to say, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So you got the not today card because you're refusing to look at love, obviously, because you've been hurt. So you're avoiding conversations or a call from a specific person, keeping your boundaries. And kisses. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. So see, again, Spirit is saying, give love a chance. But this person that's coming in with an offer is not like the last person, or maybe not like any person you've ever met before. So give them a chance. And I certainly hope that you do, because I love for everyone to be in love. Now I'm going to pull you a rune card. Rune stone. I don't know why I always try to say it's a card. Okay. You got that one. And that one is joy. Joy is light. This rune is a fruit-bearing branch. The term of travail is ended, and you have come to yourself in some regard. The shift that was due has occurred. Now you can freely move and receive the blessings of this rune and the universe, whether they be in a material gain in your emotional life or in a heightened sense of your own well-being. This is an alchemical moment in which understanding is transmuted from knowledge. The knowledge itself was a necessary but not sufficient condition. Now you can rejoice, having been carried across the gap by the will of heaven. Joyousness accompanies new energy, energy blocked before now. Light pierces through the clouds and touches the waters, just as something lovely emerges from the depths. The soul is now illuminated from within at the meeting place of heaven and earth, the meeting of the waters. There is a new clarity which may call for you to renounce existing plans, ambitions, or goals. See, put off all that work mode thinking, and timely for you to do so. For when this rune is drawn, it is a rune of restoration, of the self properly aligning with the self, which you can only do through the lens of love. Just as the cards earlier said, you need to look at things through the lens of love. Forget the past, forgive the past, move forward from the past, but don't give up on the future. Don't give up on love. Think about it and be brave, Pisces. Whoever this is coming toward you, let them in. Give them a chance. It may be the greatest love you've ever had. And that would certainly be worth the chance to try one more time, right? All right. Until next time, be well, be blessed, in love and light.